What's up, old man? First of all, congratulations on not dying. Either that's a huge accomplishment or you're probably more boring than you used to be when you were 21 years old. Just gotta ask, have you skydived recently, traveled, or went over 150 miles an hour in any way in the past couple of years? If you have, good job. That means you're probably a pretty cool dad. And if you haven't, please just let me know that you've done something cool. Like, do you have a hoverboard or like a flying car? They've gotta have like flying cars by the time I'm 40, right? Something like that, something cool. Anyway, for the other 6 or 7 people watching this video that are not me or my future self, I've just come to the realization that I don't really like the videos on my channel. Well, that's a lie, actually. I do like my videos and they're really fun to make, but I just don't see myself watching them in the future. You know, besides the 3 a.m. challenges, because those are freaking movies, basically. But I've made probably 5 or 10 videos that really truly do mean something to me and I'll probably watch throughout my entire life. So I know you guys would rather watch me summon a demon in my freaking bedroom, try to talk to it, or make some Solby video and watch us date for God knows reason. I don't know why you guys want us to date so badly. But there's a few videos that I really do want to make just for me personally that I feel are important. And if I don't make them now, then I probably never will. I started with a video to my future kids. Then I made a video to Colby, my future best friend. And now, since I'm going to be turning 21 in 2 days, yes, happy birthday to me, I decided that why not make a video to my future self? Because it's literally the last time I'm gonna be making a video that I can say I'm a child talking to my adult self. With all of that aside, I really just want to do these videos because these are the videos that make me proud of my YouTube channel. So here it goes. This is a video to my future self. But you know what sucks? I was thinking about this video for a long time and what I wanted it to be about. And I was thinking, whatever I know at 40 years old, I would know at 21. Like, I'm not gonna unlearn everything that I know now. So what can I possibly say as a 21-year-old that would mean something to my 40-year-old self? Like, what's the point of reiterating knowledge to my older self if, you know, I already know it? I mean, I could do that same old video that everyone does and just make assumptions about my 40-year-old self. Like, yeah, I hope you're not fat. When, in reality, the way that I eat, you probably are pretty fat. And oh yeah, since I'm a YouTuber, I hope that my 40-year-old self isn't making YouTube videos, which actually might be pretty cool if you would react to this video at 40 years old, if my subscribers aren't already old and having families themselves. And I could say that I really hope that you're making bank. But let's be honest here, future me, we know you're gonna be making bank. I'm just kidding, but I wonder if they still say that when I'm your age, when I'm my future, whatever. The point is, I don't want to make that video assuming everything that I'm gonna be when I'm older, because I already know I'm gonna have a hot wife, awesome kids, and I'm gonna be a multi-millionaire. Seriously kidding on that again. I don't know if you remember back in the days of this house, but every 24 hours your life would change. Literally every 20 minutes your life would change on what you want to do with your life and who is going to be in your life. So for all I know, you could literally be in Kentucky working on a farm right now. I have no idea. That is not the point. So instead of all that, I do think there's one thing that a 21-year-old has on a 40-year-old, and that is his memory. Not saying you're gonna be a gramps at that time, and I really hope I don't have dementia at 40. But I'm just saying, right now, I can barely remember my girlfriend's eye color, so I'm probably gonna forget a thing or two by age 40. So there are 3 things that I want you to remember about why you are who you are, and the reasons and the memories as to why you think that. I'm 21 and I'm thinking about this right now, and I could barely remember the things that have made me who I am. And I literally started learning things about life maybe like 5 years ago. So without further ado, here we go. The first and probably most important rule as to why you are who you are at the age of 21 is also the same reason why you jumped off a table in the middle of a food court for your first Vine, why you lip synced to gain social media followers, why you were able to make fun of yourself, talk in front of crowds of 500 people or more, dance publicly in banana suits, move out to LA, even crowd surf in your own living room. And that all comes down to the day that you stopped giving a crap about judgment. Nothing matters. Not a single person or their opinion matters if you don't let yourself think that way. So if for some odd reason you're working under a boss at 40 years old, if your in-laws are giving you a hard time, or if you're just not living the life that you want to live specifically because you're scared of other people's opinions, you're letting yourself down. So I guess you're letting me down. Now, if your in-laws are sitting next to you watching this thinking, oh wow, your 20-year-old self is a piece of crap saying that my opinion doesn't matter, well, let me talk one-on-one with them. Look, no one likes their in-laws. You don't like your in-laws, so just give my 40-year-old self a break. He probably deserves it. Anywho, I hope that is not awkward now, but let's get on to number 2. There's only one real point to all of this, and I know you know what it is, but you might have forgotten a little bit over the years. But let me remind you, even if you're traveling the world, seeing sights that you never thought were possible, that doesn't make you happy. You could be really happy with that, but I know from personal experience that that's not always the case. And let me remind you that you, Sam, could be making $214 as a waiter with a angry yelling boss in your ear every single day, or be making hundreds of thousands of dollars. But the money is not what's making you happy or sad. The only factor that I've seen from day one that determines your happiness are those who you share your life with, your relationships. I know you've been told this a few times before, but happiness does not come from materialistic things. I mean, if you have a brand new G-Wagon or a Ferrari, I might smile at my garage a little bit more every morning. But right now, if you don't have friends or a family, you're probably miserable. So, old man, I know you probably have a lot on your plate. You probably work a lot. You probably have a lot of things that you're worried about. But cherish who you have. Appreciate the times and the memories of those people, because that's what actually matters. And you know that. But sadly, if you don't have friends right now, I don't exactly know what to tell you, because if you at that age were to go to the mall like I used to do and pick up girls, it'd probably be really creepy, so you gotta find a different way to make friends. Good luck with that one. Number 3, you'll love this one. I actually found my high school freshman year time capsule letter of my letter to my future self. So this last piece of advice is coming from prepubescent Sam. I said, life is life, and never take that for less than it is. Never say no to a situation that you will regret later. On the day of writing this, my friend Darby's brother died at the age of 10 years old. This hit me actually pretty hard, and I want to remind you to live every second like it's your last one, because one day it actually might be. And I ended my letter saying this: life is moving fast, and when you only have one life, don't forget to live it. Quite honestly, I think my 14-year-old self probably thinks deeper than my 21 or 40-year-old self. But it is crazy to me to think about that. Yes, I've traveled the world, created businesses and clothing lines by the age of 20 years old. I've lived on my own, had houses and apartments of my own. I've made experiences and seen things that I've never thought possible, but I don't want you to stop that. I've done pretty good so far, but just because you're 40 years old doesn't give you a hall pass on crazy adventure. I remember that I would promise myself, that I'd live in a foreign country, learn a new language, and try to backpack through Europe. So if you haven't done that, I'd suggest quit your job, sell your stocks, and leave the country, because the government has somehow brainwashed you to become a hard-working battery that works in a cubicle all day. So go. That's about it. So if I don't die on my 21st birthday, then I will see you at our midlife crisis. But with that being said, please tell your daughter that she still cannot date until she's at least 18. And remember that there is a reason that I wanted to stop being normal.